never done before. So I know that it's also intense for you. So thank you very much for your attention. Yes, it's good. I would say, I just want to clarify something. So on that question about social media and owned media, I just want to clarify that actually social media kind of fits into all three aspects of that paid, earned and owned media. That's why it's kind of confusing. So social media, your profile pages as a business are owned media. The way people communicate with you on social media is effectively earned media, where people are talking about you or talking to you publicly on social media. And when you do social media advertising, which we're going to do more on tomorrow morning, that is paid media. So that's the thing with social media, it fits into all three of those categories. So it's your profile pages that are your owned media, but your ads are paid media, and effectively your interactions with people and the way they talk about you is earned media. So that's where that social media can be a little bit confusing when you're talking about that model. As evidenced by me confusing you when I was talking about it. So, in this lecture, we are going to talk about search engine optimization. We're going to start with, by the end of the lecture, you should have an understanding of what search engine marketing, the wider term, is, an understanding of how search engine optimization fits into this, insight into on-page factors affecting SEO, insight into off-page factors affecting SEO, and an understanding of how this relates to the customer journey and user experience. What I'm not going to claim is that by the end of this lecture you're going to be an expert in SEO, because it is an absolutely massive subject and it changes all the time. And you could get two SEO experts in a room and both will have completely different ideas of how to do their jobs. So SEO is huge. I actually find it very, very interesting. I find the fact that it changes very interesting, and it's quite exciting area to work in. So if I don't seem excited about it, it's only because I'm quite tired. That's all. So as usual, we'll have you feel free to ask questions, and really do, because actually that question about social media was very, very useful at the end of that last one. So, I think those sort of questions are very good for clarifying what I've said. So please ask any questions on there as we go along. Search engine marketing. Search engine marketing is the practice of marketing a business using paid advertisements that appear on search engine results pages, which are also known as SERPs. That's part of it. These are a couple of different examples of the different types of search engine marketing. So the orange ones are pay-per-clicks. They are ads where you pay depending on how much you click. We're going to do more on that tomorrow. Search engine optimization is this bit in purple. It's getting your organic results, getting to the top of the organic results list. So there's paid ads on search results pages, and there's organic results. And search engine optimization relates to the organic results. So first of all, we talk about search engines. So very quick question. which search engine do you use? This should be an open text thing. I would like to see, because there is more than one, so I'm curious to see which search engines people use in the room. What is right? I'd love it if we end up with lots and lots of different typos for Google and ends up with one big word count with lots of different ways to spell Google. Okay. Hedge, interesting. Okay. Keep going. I'll sit down until this reaches an adequate number of people. Firefox, does that even exist anymore? I'm liking the efforts to just write in something other than Google. This is very entertaining. Sorry, I've lost it. Where is it gone? No, not there. Okay. We'll go over that now. So, one of the things that actually this highlights is the importance of brand recognition. Just because Microsoft Edge, if you're using that to search, you're actually using Bing, which is the Microsoft search engine. And Safari is a browser, as is Firefox. So they, and Opera, they are browsers in Internet Explorer beta that might use another search engine. So you might use them, so that's the other thing. So if you are using, even if you're using Google Chrome, you might still just type into the search bar, into the address bar rather than the search to use a search engine. So most of the time when people know what search engine they're using, it's Google. And if we'd had like Microsoft Edge, Internet Explorer, and Bing together, that would have been slightly bigger. So that's interesting. So this one is Vietnamese only, isn't it? I think. I find this very interesting. If I go to, I'll just change the way that I'm projecting briefly. That. No, not that. So this is the market share of search engines in Vietnam. We've got 96.94% using Google and 2.41% using Kok. Is that how you say it? Is it Kok or Kok? Like, I've never heard.
English.
This what?
This is knock English.
Knock knock?
Yeah.
Oh, knock knock. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yes, I've never heard of that until I looked up this brand, and this, it's very interesting how it's all Google except for a little bit of Knock Knock, but the others really don't make much of an impact at all. We've got a tiny bit of Yahoo, tiny bit of Bing, and I think that is that's kind of different to the rest of the world as a whole. I mean, I'll show you the how the rest of the world were on it. In fact, I'm going to. Oh no, it's not on there. There it is. I don't still have the original stats up, so I'll just go back to presentation. We'll get there. Changing between slides and not is never a great idea. Okay. So yes, the others. So we've got Chrome there actually as well. DuckDuckGo. I think I briefly used that. I think it's got some sort of charitable aspect to it, hasn't it? DuckDuckGo. So yes. The worldwide. This is the picture. It is Google and has been, where does this go back to 2015. So Google is pretty much, I mean, once it did corner the market, it basically cornered the market pretty much worldwide. I was surprised actually to see that Baidu is just like completely around the bottom, because certainly when I was working around this time in the marketing department, that was marketing in China, we considered it pretty important, but actually when you look at it, it's still just Google. So we've also got, so down here we've got Yandex, Baidu, Bing, Yahoo and DuckDuckGo. So effectively there's Google and then everyone else kind of working in the same market. So when we talk about search engine optimization, it is fine to basically focus on what Google does. We can keep on just trying to say search engines, but in reality, the market right now, it may change, and I'm sure it will at some point in the future, but right now, and for the last sort of 10 years, it's all been about Google. So what their algorithm does is what you need to work towards. It doesn't really matter what Bing's doing. So now we've got that out of the way, just making sure that it's okay to just talk about Google. Search engine optimization uses a range of factors to earn a free spot in the search results by having the most relevant content for a given keyword search. Ultimately, that is what SEO is. So search engine marketing generally refers to paid search marketing, where businesses pay Google to show their ads. But SEO is where businesses aren't paying Google. Instead, they are doing specific things, or a combination of things, to optimize, for SEO, to try and get their content to be the thing that you see when you search for that keyword. So SEO is a powerful way to drive evergreen traffic, so those people who are coming to your business all year round, no matter what's going on. Whereas paid search you might use more for driving conversions and for specific campaigns and things like that. So if you want people to find your website all the time, just because you want your brand to be the one that they really think of when they think of a certain product or service, then you need to do SEO. If you want them to buy a particular thing and convert into a particular area of your website, then you need probably to use paid search engine marketing. So Safari Digital is just an online consultancy, and their research found 61% of marketers believe SEO is the key to online success, and modern businesses allocate an average of 41% of their marketing budget to it. Now, when I worked in a marketing department and I was on the web team, I considered SEO very incredibly important because I was responsible for it effectively, whereas the marketers dealing with paid search considered their part of it the most important. So all of those results are always going to be skewed by what people are doing and what you enjoy doing. For me, the satisfaction of getting results to the top of organic search was a lot more satisfying than paid advertising. So, there are things you can do on the page, so on your actual website that you want to appear in results. There are things that you can do on that page to help get it to the top of those rankings. But there are also things you can do off the page, so off your website, to improve your SEO. And you need to do a combination